I'm not here to teach you what to think. I'm here to teach you how to think. Okay, hello and welcome to the Emotional Needs Master Class. I'm Frank.b.kermit. I'm a relationship coach. Been doing this now for about 15 years. I work with singles, I work with couples, sometimes couples on the verge of a divorce, trying to save their marriage, sometimes people who just got together looking for some pre-marital coaching, and singles who want to figure out why they're single and what they should do if they want to meet somebody and have a long-lasting relationship. My background is that I got stood up at my prom, lost my ex-fiancée to my best friend, and got involved with some really interesting individuals who probably were some bad choices for myself. Reached a point where I hit a rock bottom and I said, nothing else in my life is really worth doing anymore if I don't figure out relationships. I got to the point where I was suicidal. And I made a choice. I was either going to fix this part of my life, I was either going to figure it out, or I was going to kill myself. And that began a very long process where I absorbed everything that I could possibly absorb when it came to the study of relationships. Whatever it is I learned, I tried it. Whatever it is someone told me to do, I did it. And based on those results, I created my own original emotional needs theories. I've been doing this for years. And what I'm about to teach you now in the next hour or so represents years of personal research as to what works and what doesn't. Some of this material may seem controversial. I'm asking you to keep a bit of an open mind, and if you have any questions, raise your hand. I will answer them for you. For those of you in the room, we are videotaping this, but your faces will not be seen, your voices will not be heard. As you're going to learn through my material, I truly believe in protecting all people's reputations at all times. So I'll start off with the concept of an emotional need. An emotional need is not like a physical need. A physical need, you need food, you need shelter, you need clothing, you need things that protect you from the elements. These will allow you to survive. When your emotional needs are either addressed or violated, it has nothing to do with your survival. You can still survive. It's about the quality of life. An emotional need is not about what you like. It's about what you respond to. The majority of people are not even aware of what their emotional needs are. All they know is that for certain people, they feel a certain pull. And other people who actually might be better relationship partners for them, they just don't feel enough for that person. And that's the study of what you're here to figure out. You're going to start understanding that when you respond to someone on an emotional level, it's not about what you like. It's not about what you intellectually think you should be dating. It's about what you respond to based on how your emotional needs have been programmed from the time you were children. Things that we are not consciously aware of. Now, if we were doing some form of therapy, if we were doing some form of coaching, we would look at your past relationships and we would be looking to identify patterns. And one of the ways we look to break those patterns and create new behavior patterns, one of the ways we reprogram your emotional needs is that we don't necessarily give in to what we feel in the moment. We actually take behaviors and we take steps towards dating new types of people that we know would be better for us, and in that practice, start reprogramming our emotional needs. It's not always a favorable way to do it. There's a lot of resistance from some people to try it. It is one of the ways to do it. So as long as you understand that when we're talking about emotional needs, it has nothing to do about what you intellectually like. It has to do with what you respond to. As soon as you understand that there's a difference, it helps you understand, why do you keep going back to people that you know mistreated you? Why do you keep going back to individuals where you know there's a history of the relationship not working out? It's because we are responding emotionally to some kind of stimuli that we're not even aware of. And yet there's probably somebody that you know right now that would treat you better, that you could have an emotionally healthy relationship with, someone that you could possibly have a future with, have something more stable with, but you're just not feeling it for them, and you try, and you gave them a chance, and you went out 3 or 4 times. There's something missing. You can't articulate it. By the time I finish with you here today, you will be able to articulate it. You will be able to say to somebody, this is why I don't want to go out with you, but if you make these changes, we can work it out. So that's what I'm hoping to give you by the end of this session. Now let's also start off with the same concept here is that not everyone will have the same combination of emotional needs. As women, you have a group of emotional needs that are the ones you primarily rely on. As men, you'll have a different set of emotional needs. But as men, your priority in terms of what emotional need is most important to you will be different for each man, and for the women, it's the same thing. You'll have the same emotional needs as another woman, but the question is, which one is your priority and which one is not as important? For example, fear of abandonment typically tends to be an
franktalks.com